Let's talk about onemusicnetwork.com. That's where we are right now. Internet station that just started in January. Tell me about your shows on here.
We got everything for everybody. Everything from hip hop and R&B to comedy to blues to rock, country. You know, what we're trying to do is be the alternative to the machine. You know, Pandora, if you like Pandora, if you like Slacker, you know, what we're trying to do is give you something, an alternative.
In 3 to 5 years, there won't be anything remotely close to what radio is right now.
Wow.
There won't be any towers. They're going to be taking them down.
Because they cost too much, right?
Because it costs too much and you don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
You won't need them anymore.
Right.
So, to answer your question, 3 to 5 years, radio will become what AM is now. FM is going to be the AM. It's going to be
the dinosaur.
I think the thing I like about internet radio versus big corporate radio is big corporate radio is spread out so wide it appeals to the lowest common denominator. Whereas with a web broadcasting situation, I think an internet radio situation, what you have is the ability to narrowcast. Like
niches.
Right, exactly. It's niche broadcasting.
You know, a lot of the young people, you know, a lot of people don't even listen to mainstream. I can't stand mainstream. When I turn on the radio,
they're turned off by cookie cutter sounds that don't speak to them. It sounds like commercials. So the songs sound like commercial after commercial.
And not to mention the commercials. Commercials after commercials.
Yeah.
You ever ride in your car and say, and you don't have your CDs with you, and you say, oh, let me just see what's on the radio. Commercial, switch, commercial, switch, commercial. Man.
And so we're kind of the full online music experience in the sense of you're going to hear a DJ, and most of the DJs here have some background in Northern California radio. And so we do a show, you know.
So in other words, internet radio has disc jockeys, but terrestrial radio has desk jockeys.
Yeah,
so it's a whole different world.
Internet broadcasting.
Because the radio companies really aren't profitable, or they're not turning a big profit. They're still paying off all those overpriced properties, you know, that they bought at market top.
$25, $30, $60 million.
And so those values are going down. So it costs too much to run a radio station.
That's right. That's right.
But an internet network, less expense, and you get to reach the world.
Right. The funny thing about that is, let's say you're listening to a radio station in your particular town. You know, that radius is about 45 miles, 60 miles maybe max. You know, internet broadcasting, you can go anywhere, take it anywhere with you, take it internationally, take it
when you travel.
When you travel, there are a lot of benefits. And I'm in on the cutting edge of the benefits. So, 3 to 5 years, I'd see radio going away.
Awesome.
A lot of people are not liking that statement.
I like that statement because, I mean, I've had enough of radio. I mean, it's when I go to it, I don't hear what I want to hear, but this kind of thing, I could see where I would find what I wanted to hear.
The industry is fairly young. You know, you don't have many, you know, big networks like we're putting together.
You're here now, and you get to do your own show. Tell me about your show.
Well, at the moment, I'm doing 90s rock alternative, and it's kind of moved on to not just 90s rock alternative. We're putting in more of everything.
Like a wider mix of just all kinds of alternative?
Yeah, that and some more rock too.
Right, I read a book, and it was called Long Tail.
I read that book by Chris Anderson. Great book. One of the best books I've ever read.
And it's about kind of the Amazons of the world that have, you know, all these options, all these decisions, and even the lowest selling thing still has, you know, a few people buying.
Marketing power.
Yeah.
And if you add up all those lowest selling things, collectively it becomes a big thing.
Right.
If you picture a dinosaur, you know, with a head and a long tail, well, the head and the body, that represents the hits, you know, like on a distribution curve.
Right.
The long tail is all this other stuff that doesn't sell well, but that tail is longer than the body.
And I think that's what internet radio offers is an endless variety.
We're growing, and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with very shortly.